guys, so I'm just going for a little walk. I felt like last week I didn't post enough videos, so I'm like, let me do a quick video while I'm walking. My YouTube channel, I'm so grateful for the people who are watching, who are posting, especially on YouTube Shorts. I've gotten a couple of really nice comments this past week from just people that come across my stuff and they're like, oh yeah, I use your shorts to work out. So I thought that was kind of cool. So right now I'm going on my walk and it's getting dark, as you can see, but it's important for me to get out and walk because I've just been feeling very stressed and super down. Keep trying to push through a lot of stuff in my head that's not super positive, but I keep showing up for my workouts. In a week of the Whole30, I still feel like I feel fat, but I'm gonna keep going because I know it can only get better if I keep eating right and exercising. What I'm struggling with is drinking water, so that's another thing I will mention is just make sure you're drinking water. I've been grazing all day, realize that I've really been just wanting to eat all the time. It's getting darker, but I have my flashlight and I'm usually able to get around all of this in, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. So it won't be very long, but I thought I'd come on and say, hey, I'll have more to say tomorrow, but just wanted to do a quick howdy and hello and my quick thought. Okay guys, so we're gonna do a full workout today of the gym to myself. I just thought I'd just record it and talk to you guys about how I'm feeling today. And our trainer didn't make it today, so I'm gonna just come up with whatever. So I think since Friday is leg day, I'm gonna do chest today, and I think I'll do some like bicep and tricep exercise. First things first, we're gonna wipe down our bench because nobody ever cleans these. If you're first starting to hit the gym or it's been a while, I would say first is just to remember to always wipe down your equipment. Second is to put your equipment back. I'm gonna use the bench. I'm gonna grab my weights for my bicep curls, and I might use dumbbells actually for most of the workout. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna get our exercising in. I did not warm up today. I don't recommend it. I just feel warm because I've been running around, but you definitely want to do either a 5-minute warm up. That could be either walking the treadmill, jogging, very light stretching. We're just going to keep it super easy today. And today I'm feeling a little out of sorts. It completely started just with waking up late and having to rush to work, but I at least got here. Right now I'm doing a bicep curl, a lighter weight to just warm up. So I'm gonna do 4 sets of 12 for bicep curls, and then for triceps, I'm gonna do 4 sets of 10 on each side. So usually I like lay back down for a few minutes, maybe like a half an hour before I get dressed, and I completely fell back asleep. And I just happened to wake myself up, startled, and I had 20 minutes to get to work, which was insane. But I somehow ran through the shower and got done after that. I figured I'm just gonna come in and do a workout. Usually that will make me feel better. I also feel like sometimes when I don't work out hard, that mentally I don't feel as good. Definitely gonna go for a walk. I haven't been walking as much as I have in previous weeks. I need to get back on that. I was doing walking 40 minutes and I would break it up. But that's another good way to get yourself back into fitness if you're able. And if you can't, then there's plenty of easy chair workouts you can do. You can start from there and then build your way up. But if you're able to walk, then start with just a 5-minute walk down the street and try to work your way up to 20. Even if it's just getting up during work a couple times, getting around your office, that could be another great thing. I'm doing a variation of a tricep extension. Mostly you'll see doing a tricep extension. Normally you would see somebody doing it like this. I'm pushing it up with both hands, which is totally fine. I have been doing it this way just because you get a different angle on building your muscle. So I put one dumbbell behind my head like this and hold it on the top, and then I push up, straight up, back down, and you'll feel it definitely right here. I don't remember where I learned that from, but I've been doing it ever since, and I just feel like I get so much of a better cut in my triceps. Struggling with weight and being healthy, I've gone up and down on my weight. I've just learned a combination that I absolutely have to do is I have to eat right. So for me, it's no sugar. That's just what I have to face. I can't do sugar. My body just gets inflamed. I've been doing no sugar for about a month on the Whole30. If you haven't done Whole30, I encourage you to just try it. That's not meant to be long-term, but it's really almost like a science experiment that you need to do to figure out what your body likes and what it doesn't like. Eat fruit, vegetables, and meat that is in its healthiest form, which is organic or grass-fed, then you're going to be just fine. Just don't eat anything processed. For me, it's more mental health and physically how I feel. I'm working on that. I still have about 40 pounds to go, but I like to share what I'm doing in the gym because it might help somebody else who might just be starting or need to get restarted. Sometimes it can be super intimidating because if you go to a normal gym, and I'm working out at the gym at work, so that's why there's nobody here, but it's super intimidating and you feel like everyone's looking at you. And honestly, they probably aren't. It's just your insecurity, but if they are, put your headphones on. If you like wearing a hat, wear a hat, and then do your best. I'm like working out mostly since the end of high school, and my sister is a trainer. I've had that, but I've gone up and down on my weight. So I'm really good about getting weight off, but once I hit my late 30s, it's been a lot harder. The last time I dropped a ton of weight, I was super unhappy and I was eating like a bird. I didn't like it. And then also I was going through a really hard time in my life, and I said that I didn't want to have to do 2-a-days for working out anymore just to get a result because I lost a ton of weight and I still wasn't happy. For me, it's finding that balance between happiness and healthy eating and feeling good about myself, which is always a work in progress. And so staying super active is something that I need to do to feel better. And I think right now I'm not being as active, and I think maybe that's why I don't feel good. And hydration is a big deal, so that is super important to drink. If you can drink at least a half a gallon a day, that's gonna help. That's something I am super intentional about. Drink it and just kind of slowly sip throughout your workout. That's a great way. But if you're super active, it's gonna be easy. So either if that's walking, running, whatever, jump roping, swimming, just use that time to rehydrate, and especially afterwards. But before, in the morning if you can. I'm not super great at this, but if you can drink 8-ounce glass of water when you wake up, that's a great start to your day. I wanted to show a variation for someone who's getting back into working out. I'm not a personal trainer, I'm just someone who has worked out a lot, who's really into just doing my best in the gym. And I'm going to show you a variation which is on a bench, which is right here. And you can do push-ups off of the bench. If you're feeling uncomfortable with that, you can definitely use a wall, but this is another variation. So you're going to put your hands here, put your feet back, get flat as a board, turn your pelvis, and then you're going to push down and back up. So I would start with 10 and just try to get yourself up to 10 is a good goal. If you're starting with on your knees push-ups, don't use that as a crutch for very long. Really try to push yourself to try to do the full OG push-up. It'll make you stronger, and you really, I think that's one thing in the gym is just to continue to push yourself and change things up, study, and follow influencers online. I've followed Whitney Simmons. She has a great app called Alive. I've been mentioning that forever. I don't use it as much anymore, but it's a great one because you can actually play the videos and she'll show you how to properly have the right form. I'm gonna try, I'm sure there's a ton out there. You can go on YouTube and find videos and cardio. Another bench chest workout. I think it also hits your arms as well, which is gonna be a pullover. And then keep your core tight. I think a lot of people hyperextend their back on this, try to push your back down. It's push up, bicep, tricep, extension, a pullover. I'll show you guys one more bicep workout. Arm workout's gonna be bicep curls. You can either do one arm or you can do both at the same time. And I would say, usually we'll mention this if we're doing a workout video, but I tend to focus on going slow instead of super fast. So you might be in a gym and see people do their workouts really fast, but I feel like I get better results on my arms if I do bicep curl slow and controlled. Not everybody knows how to do certain workouts. I'm not a professional, but my sister's a trainer, so if I'm doing something wrong, I'm sure she'll tell me. Sometimes you can get in your head when you're in the gym, and even working out at home, that you feel like, oh, because I don't know how to do it properly or I'm not sure, then maybe I shouldn't do it at all. It's best to just give it a try. Make sure you do your workouts in the mirror, even if you hate looking at yourself, because it's really going to give you a greater idea if you're doing it right or wrong. Also take advantage of trainers, especially at like Planet Fitness. You can go grab a trainer and they can show you, and you have certain times you can go to get help. We have a trainer here at work, so we're able to access trainers all the time. If you have questions about the workout that I just did, I'm keeping it really low key because I'm not feeling 100% today, but if you feel like you have any questions. I also had like a brainstorm last night when I was driving home, and I'm thinking about starting up a fitness accountability group. And so if you want to join a fitness accountability group, just leave me a comment in the chat with a thumbs up saying, yes, I'm ready, and then I'll contact you. So basically what we're gonna do is that we'll be in a group chat, and I will just give you some encouragement and inspiration in the morning, and then you'll hold yourself accountable in the group by taking a photo of yourself in the gym or sending me a 10-minute clip of you doing some form of exercise every day. And I had a trainer that did this. I would do that every morning. She had me doing 2 days. I'm not doing that anymore, but she would basically say, text me in the morning and let me know you're up and send me a photo, and that would be the check-in. So I would say, yeah, let's do that. And also we'll share like healthy recipes and really encourage each other. And so make sure you like and subscribe to my videos, because I want to really send out positive vibes out to YouTube land and really encourage people. And I feel like I feel better when I encourage other people, even though I'm not feeling super great about myself. The only thing that I can really count on is like myself, and the gym hasn't failed me yet. Next one, so today's Sunday, and I'm just finishing with cold plunge class, and I am getting ready to go to Lowe's. The one thing I'll say, the bad thing about California, is that we do have earthquakes. Up in the area where I used to grow up, they just had an earthquake recently. That wasn't too far from my aunt's house. All of these little earthquakes have reminded me like not to get complacent, get my house ready and my supplies, and I'm a little low in supplies. If you live on the West Coast, in particular, if you live in California, you can actually download the early earthquake warning system, which is the MyShake app. There's a couple other apps they have out there, but it's getting better and better with the technology with warning people. We're going to Lowe's and we're gonna make this happen. I'm actually on my final day of the Whole30. I'm gonna continue to move on with it because I didn't really lose much weight. Well, I have to figure out what's going on with my body. I had some labs done and my blood sugar is running high again. It kind of sucks, but I don't know if I see any changes in my face per se, but I just know that I haven't lost much weight, which is a little disappointing. I'm gonna keep trying and figure out what I need to do. And I also need to talk to my doctor because I have to get my labs checked by her for my insurance. So yeah, let's go to Lowe's, and I'm here, so we're gonna go inside. I was at Home Depot last weekend. Like Home Depot and Walmart are like the same, and it's like Target. Like I'm a Target person because I don't like Walmart. That's kind of how I feel about going to Lowe's. I just feel like it's cleaner and it's more organized, and I'm not seeing what I need here, so I'm gonna have, I hate asking people for help. I'll be honest, I have an issue with that. Keep moving around and see if I can find what I need. Like, where would I find these straps? Okay, I'm gonna look down this aisle, and then maybe somebody might see me and be like, oh my god, this girl looks lost. It's usually the men that are like, can I help you? And I'm usually like, no, you can't help me. Get out of my face. Okay. I'm not so sure about doing this project on my own because I'm just afraid I'm gonna screw something up. I really am. I am petrified that I am gonna screw a hole into like a pipe or something, or like a power wire. So I'm not feeling too confident about that, so I'm rethinking this. But got done going to Lowe's, and I'll show you what I bought. So I bought my quick hold defense. So the sad thing is I go into Lowe's, and of course they catch me wandering, and the guy's like, okay, what are you looking for? And I said, do you know where those earthquake straps are? And he's like, they're in the most random place. And they're in the front, but they're on this like side of the aisle where no one's going to find it. And I'm just like, okay. And then so I was like, oh, you know, are there a lot of people who are grabbing these with all the earthquake activity that's been happening? And he's like, no, it's usually people who first move here and they buy the straps and then they say like nothing happens. And I'm like, that's the point. We never know when it will happen, so just be prepared. So I'm gonna strap down my TV tonight, even though, granted, I've lived here my whole life. We haven't had the experience of having any of our stuff and appliances fly off the walls, and I hope I never do, but just in case. And then I have the furniture straps that I'm gonna need help installing. I have these. And then I wanted to have the wax, but they said that they were out of stock. So I need to order that on Amazon. And then I had one more earthquake kit bag. So emergency kit for 2. So I bought this and I walked out of the store, everything $59. So I have this emergency kit. I have a smaller one. And then I probably need one more, but this one would be good for my house. And then my smaller one that I do already have, I should take that. I'll probably either put it in a cart and then buy another one for work. So at least, so that one's done. I want a more durable one, and they last 5 years. So I got out of there under 60 bucks. The straps are like $7, so they're not expensive. Doesn't take much. And then you can get like an earthquake kit for 2 people for under 40 bucks. So really nobody has any excuse but not to be prepared. And I was like, I've lived here my whole life and I still take it seriously. Always be prepared. So let's go home. So I'm gonna work on my TV. I also need to order my groceries. I go home and do these chores, and I also need to get outside today, and it'll probably make me feel good to be out in the sun. And I have succulents and they're getting a little bit too much sun, and some of the succulent leaves are dying. So I need to get all of that cleared out, and yeah. So I also probably need to sweep like my front little porch door area too.